A foreclosure is a legal process by which a creditor can obtain title to land, to real property that you have given that creditor a lien on to secure a debt that you owe to that creditor. Once a foreclosure has begun, it's difficult to stop one. You really only have a few options. You can pay all the arrears, all the mortgage payments that are behind, plus any fees that have accrued, or you can refinance the debt if someone's willing to refinance the debt and pay it off for you and you have a new lender. The only other option is to file a bankruptcy. Foreclosure laws are very set in most states, including North Carolina. The procedure is well known, it's usually very strictly followed, and people rarely have any real defenses to a foreclosure. Filing a bankruptcy can absolutely stop a foreclosure on your house. It is about the only legal remedy to stop a foreclosure. Bankruptcy gives you the ability to catch up payments over a certain period of time so you can retain your house. A deed in lieu of foreclosure is exactly what it sounds like. It is conveying your real property to a creditor in full satisfaction of the debt. Lenders rarely accept deeds in lieu of foreclosure, and the reason is this: that once the lender has a lien on your property, they don't know whether you have given a second lien on that property or whether you have judgment liens against that property. If they take a deed in lieu of foreclosure, they take that property from you subject to any junior creditors. The reason they typically go through the foreclosure process is a foreclosure wipes out any junior liens. Once a foreclosure proceeding has begun, the quickest that it can be completed is about 3 months. Typically, a foreclosure process lasts 4 to 5 months. It really depends on how quickly the creditor moves. It is often important to get a lawyer when your property is under foreclosure, but not always necessary. If you don't want to keep the property and you just intend to surrender it, you don't need a lawyer to help you with that foreclosure process, although you may want to talk to a lawyer so you can understand what the foreclosure process is. If you want to retain your property, then absolutely, you should talk to an attorney, and particularly a bankruptcy attorney, to help stop the foreclosure. I have extensive experience in dealing with foreclosures. I have both stopped foreclosures in a bankruptcy, I have defended foreclosures that were being improperly prosecuted, and I have conducted foreclosures for creditors. It is very satisfying to get results for clients that change their life forever. And bankruptcy is one of those areas of law that can do that, because all the debts come into one form and all of the debts are resolved in one place and people can move forward with their lives. Gillespie & Murphy is a small firm, and the advantage of that is that we have a team approach to our firm. And all of the attorneys have access to your notes. You can contact any of the attorneys to get an answer to a question. Our staff is also very knowledgeable. We've worked with our staff for very many years, and you can contact most of our staff to get answers to questions. Clients hire us for many reasons. It's best really to look at our reviews. We strive in our firm to communicate effectively, to communicate quickly, and also to provide answers to the clients as quickly as we can. Client communication is fundamentally important. Our goal is to answer every phone call every single day if at all possible, or answer every single email every single day if at all possible. Sometimes answers require more time to research, but at least we will let you know that we received your email or received your voice message. In initial consultation for a foreclosure procedure, we will ask a lot of questions and we'll go well beyond the foreclosure. We need to know everything about your assets and all of your other debts so we can best advise you on what you ought to do in this proceeding.